Так, ну что ж, всем привет, братики и сестрички. Вот мы возвращаемся в нашу школу магии волшебства Хогвартс. Смотрел прошлую серию, со звуком, конечно, был полный пиздец, но я тут поколдовал немножко, сейчас должно быть, наверное, получше. Ну и в игре мы сейчас тоже с тобой поколдуем. Так, что мы в прошлой серии это делали, я уж забыл, давненько это было. А, вспомнил, узнали мы, что мы какой-то тайной магией владеем, забытой давно. Почему-то только мы. Распределили нас в Гриффиндор. У нас охуенный пиздатый плащик. И у нас сейчас, по-моему, должен быть первый урок. Это из основного, по-моему. Так, пойдем смотреть, где у нас первый урок. По кнопочкам вспомнить, что вообще куда. Так, добро пожаловать в Хогвартс. Мне пора отправиться в свою гостиную, поблизости слышатся какие-то голоса. Возможно, мне стоит последовать за ними. Какие голоса тебе слышатся? Ты слышишь какие-то голоса? Я вот нихуя не слышу. Ну-ка, пойдем посмотрим, может, что-нибудь проебали. Здорово. Так, что у нас? Опа, там челики какие-то. Или не челики, что-то. Что-то там, короче, есть. Пойдем посмотрим. Есть? Замок уровень 1. А я знаю заклинание. Алахамора. Я... Не, так не работает. Только меня обсуждают. Я не успел прочитать, но что-то там было про 5-й курс. Это про меня по-любому. Так, и что это надо сделать? Что-то подсвечено же, блядь. Сука. Ой-ой. Так, тут какой-то сундучок. Сундук факультет. Поместить. Ничего поместить сюда я не могу, да? Здорово.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's not a complicated spell. I should be able to do it non-verbally. Why is this not working? Ugh! Oh, hello there. Welcome to Gryffindor. I'm Cressida.
Pleasure to meet you, Cressida.
Splendidly theatrical arrival to the sorting ceremony last evening. Made it in by the skin of your teeth. Is it true that you're Professor Fig's protege?
А мы вообще протеже его, или он нас просто... Или он нас просто проводил? Ну, вовсе нет, как-то, наверное, грубовато. Давай выберем, что он меня учил. Ну вот, сейчас правильно.
I was hoping he might have given you some advice on non-verbal casting.
Is that what you were trying to do just there?
Oh, yes. Having a spot of trouble. I've mastered the charm using its incantation, but this is proving a bit trickier.
Угу. Не сомневаюсь, у тебя все получится. Наверное, тебе нужна практика. Тебе надо больше тренироваться. Да ладно, я в тебя верю.
Don't worry. You'll get it in the end.
Oh, I hope so. If I can get it, Professor Ronan's sure to be very impressed. I'm just going to keep at it.
Давай, тренируйся.
Is it really that difficult to cast non-verbally?
Oh, yes. And if you don't get it just right, the results can be, shall we say, awkward. Once, I tried to cast Depulso non-verbally on a goblet in the Great Hall and ended up launching Professor Sharp's Yorkshire pudding into his face. He was not happy.
Ну, хэппи. Понятно, что на хэппи, блять, пудинг в лицо.
Do most students know how to cast non-verbally?
Not at all. Hogwarts doesn't teach non-verbal casting until the 6th year, and even then, many struggle with it. I'm simply trying to get ahead of the game.
Какая умница. Желаю
Good
удачи.
luck with it. It was nice to meet you, Cressida.
You as well. Enjoy your first day.
И тебя туда же. Представьте сигара, ну, Нелли. А, мне найти, что ли? Вон, второй, вон третий, да? Нихуя себе акробат. А, акробатка. Ты смотри там нахуй, не пизданись. Да тебя потом придется по частям собирать. Так, здесь у нас что? F.
Don't fall off this
Нормально.
time, Nelly.
Всё в
You'll like
будку.
it, trust me.
Так, ты у нас кто? Гаррет, Уиз. Ну, в принципе, по цвету волос можно было догадаться.
Sure
Привет,
you
Гаррет.
don't want to try it? Brewed it myself. Hello, you're the new 5th year. Pleased to meet you. I'm Gareth Weasley. Heard about your travels here. Can't believe it. Glad you and Fig are all right. Is it true that someone from the Ministry was with you in the carriage?
Oh, yes. A friend of Professor Fig's.
Блудов всплыл.
Oh, didn't mean to pry. Nasty business, dragons. Again, very glad you're here.
Thank
Да
you,
откуда вы
Gareth.
все это
So
знаете,
am I.
блядь?
Are you related to Professor Weasley?
I am. She's my aunt.
Нормально. Тетка замдиректора. Наверное,
Must be
здорово.
nice having an aunt for a professor.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Aunt Matilda tends to treat me as if I'm a first year. Keeps too close an eye on me. It's all a bit suffocating,
Ну а
to
что
be
ты
honest.
хотел, блядь?
Still, she means well. And she's an incredibly powerful witch. She'll have your back.
Так, что у тебя
Are
в кружке?
you having
Пивас
butterbeer
сварил?
for breakfast?
Реально
no.
пиво.
I've been perfecting a recipe I came up with over the summer. I'm almost there. Based on some reactions, it may need a bit more work.
Так. Что, так зелье времени,
Seems you
талант?
enjoy brewing. Might I assume that you've a talent for potions of all sorts?
Well, as I see it, there's little difference, fundamentally, between brewing a modification to butterbeer and a Wiggenweld potion. Though, I'm not certain Professor Sharp would make the connection. He doesn't appreciate my, creativity as much as you might think.
Ну ладно. Вари дальше пивас. Крошку свою пивоварню. Приятно
Well, it was nice
познакомиться.
meeting you, Gareth, and thank you for the insights on your aunt.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Good luck today.
Ай, тебе не каши. Так, как с тобой-то как попиздеть?
Don't fall off this time, Nelly.
I swear the family was having them on. Poor thing.
Так, Нелли там. Поговорить с ней здесь, заебись.
Why is everyone so highly strung? It's perfectly safe.
Акробатка, бля.
Well, hello. Don't mind me. I find it helpful to change my point of view now and again. Put things in perspective. Once I made it to the top of Gryffindor Tower, from the outside, without a broom.
Goodness.
I'm Nellie, by the way. Nellie Ogspire. I've heard rumors about what happened to you on your way to Hogwarts. Is it true?
Да откуда,
About the
блядь, вы
dragon.
все слышите? Тик просил не распространяться.
It is true, but we handled it very well.
I'll say.
Блядь.
I think you've already earned a reputation for fearlessness. Anyway, you've certainly brought some much-needed excitement to Gryffindor. And Hogwarts, for that matter.
Немножко не так, я, конечно, хотел, чтобы он ответил. Местный руферши, ну ладно.
I'd imagine most students have never seen a dragon. Have you?
Goodness, no. And I've never heard of one attacking a carriage like that. Not enough meat in a carriage, I think.
Нормальный подход.
I take it you're not afraid of heights.
It's something I've always done, since I was little. My mother once found me on the roof when I was 5. Still has no idea how I got there. But with all the strange hallways and rooms in the castle, and everything lurking in and outside the grounds, you don't need to scale a tower to see something incredible here.
What exactly are the rumors about my journey to Hogwarts?
That you escaped a dragon attack? Isn't that enough? Most of us arrive via train or boat, not having just escaped the jaws of a dragon. Of course it's got people talking. Word travels fast at Hogwarts.
Да, уже заметно.
I'm sure I'll be seeing you around, either in our common room or when you scale your next tower.
You never know. Bye for now.
Уже очень... Блядь, я обратно полезу. Так, это что? Встретитесь с профессором Уизли возле гостиной.
Revelio.
Так, ничего тут есть? Интересного нет? По-моему, нет. Прям на корточках ты бы, наверное, весь рост прошел.
Good
Ну,
morning.
пусть с тобой.
I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls.
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here
Нормально.
you are.
Ебушки-воробушки.
What
Что
is
это
it?
было?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Чума, волшебная подмыха?
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with
Давай,
me and we
показывай.
shall put it to the test.
Следуйте за профессором
way.
Уизли. Профессор Уизли дала мне что-то под названием «Руководство для
The
волшебников».
guide will
Мне
give you
лучше
opportunities to
последовать за
practice
ней и
your
посмотреть,
magic
чему она меня
and
хочет научить.
educate yourself about wizarding lore.
Блять, какие быстрые тут субтитры, разговоры. Я не то что
I
прочитать не
certainly would have
успеваю.
appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up. Guide appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio. Simply cast
Да что?
Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide...
Revelio.
Нормально, такая хохма. Вы только что открыли испытание из руководства, ваш прогресс будет отображаться здесь. Здесь это где? Здесь это где? Выполнение заданий из руководства — ваш единственный способ заработать очки опыта. Открыть руководство. Так. Это ваш уровень волшебства. Ага. Прохождение. Ага. Ваше руководство следующий текущий прогресс. Ага, 1%. Здесь будут появляться новые испытания. Во время своих крутых вещей, если вы выберете страницу руководства, чтобы продавать. Ага. Каждое испытание имеет несколько уровней. На каждом из них вас ждут специальные награды. И начиная от внешнего вида, заканчивая важным обновлением. Очки с регалиями Хогвартс. Спасибо, ставьте себе. Ага. Так, награды можно получить в меню испытания. Возвращайтесь почаще, чтобы получать все награды, которые вы... Ага. И это все? Нихуя не понял. Ладно, походу разберемся.
Clever, isn't it?
Какое ж-
Revelio.
Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Так, что-то вижу. Замок вижу. И гоблина вижу. И сундук вижу. Блять, замок не открыт. Гоблин съебался.
No time to waste.
Кот.
You've classes to attend.
Вот, кота погладить надо. Без вариантов, пускай ждет. Так, ну все, кота погладили.
Revelio.
Можем лечь дальше. Док, подожди. Тетка, погоди, погоди. Не запертый. Сюда, да. Статуя шевелится. Как зажечь?
Good timing. perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your
это
field
точка
guide contains a
перемещения.
map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Вам удалось обнаружить точку быстрого перемещения с летучим пламенем. Вы можете открыть карту в любое время, чтобы мгновенно добраться до любой обнаруженной точки с летучим пламенем. Карту. Открываем карту. Хогвартс разделен на две основные области. В левой части карты живут студенты и профессора. Стенный большой зал. Ага. Это вот это вот. Да? Выберите южное крыло, чтобы продолжить. Идеально. И я. Южное крыло. О. Здесь вы можете видеть точки с летучим пламенем, которые доступны в этом регионе. Точки с летучим пламенем зеленого цвета, которые... Ага. Ага. Ну, логично. В правой части карты находятся точки интереса, связанные с учебой, включая астрономическую башню, библиотеку и теплицу. В правой части карты. Ага, в правой части замка. Вот он. Библиотека. Полетели. И видео подсветит врагов поблизости, интерактивные элементы и... Да, пошел я нахуй. Спасибо. Кьюзочки. Вот. Входящий. Вот так. Так, это мы уже
And
научились.
here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
Угу. Спасибо, тетя Уизли.
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive, our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Расскажите о
What
уроках.
will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Защита от
Can you
темных
tell me
искусств.
more about the Defense Against the
интересно
Dark
ведет
Arts
его?
class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Heckert in charge of our students' education in that regard.
Нифига себе. Женщина преподает темное искусство. Прикольно.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Ты чё? Он же пиздюк, еще какое ему пиво сливочное. Охуеть.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been
Blah, blah,
terribly
blah.
vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
Что? Давай скажем ей, как
We did
есть.
take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now.
Идеально.
Speak of the
what
devil.
one?
Professor Fig, your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
О, спасибо. Так, профессор Фиг. Давай.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
Ну, мне не
She
удалось
caught me off
работать.
guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Ну-ка, давай. Только вот его не смущает то, что, блядь, уже весь Хогвартс нахуй знает и про дракона, и про руины, и про всю хуйню. Кто распизделся? Я не пиздел, значит ты пиздел. Правильно, правильно. Еще на нас что-то букуют. Так, что у нас тут? Этот значок символизирует основная задача. Так, то есть у нас в рамке сюжетка идет. Некоторые задачи заблокированы из-за требований. Уровня, уметь использовать заклинания. Заклинания можно изучить. Выполнять задачи профессоров. О, вот это нам надо. Это нам очень надо. Так. Это содержавое задание, чтобы помочь. Куда пойдем? Здание акций. Блять, я не помню, что такое акция. По-моему, предметы притягивать. Пойдем на Левиасу.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Это не тот ли самый мастер, который в самом Поттераме был? Это знакомая фамилия. Зачарованный компас разблокировали нам. Экспы насыпали. Так, ладно, побежали. Так, тут есть опа, это что такое?
What am I missing?
Hello.
Hello, I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
Are there any other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
Логично. Ну, тогда
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have.
Сейчас и проверим. Повезет, не повезет.
Do come and
Так,
find me
Lumos
if you
говоришь,
stumble
да?
on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
Lumos. That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
Что мы имеем? Лестницу, колонну. Что там, черепашка какая-то? Как я сказать? Походу где-то здесь. Нет, не та лестница. Не та. Ну кому там еще лестница? Это что такое? Бросить кубик. Книжка. По-любому ее поймать. Блять, наш пизданул. Бросить кубик. Семнадцать, 21. Чего, блять?
Revelio.
Нихуя не понял. О,
This
вот
looks
оно,
like
это
the
место.
location from the painting. What could be so special about it?
Страничка руководства сюда. Статуя Григория Евстивского. Эта статуя изображает средневекового волшебника с заискивающей ухмылкой. Он известен тем, что изобрел дуэльную мазь, которая заставляет пьющего верить в то, что кто дал им это зелье, является их лучшим другом. Нихуя себе. Жук. Так, а мне вот эта бабочка, да, нужна? Что с ней сделать?
Lumos. Let's get you back to your frame, little moth.
My mother always
Баба. Ну, тебе сюда.
I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
Нормально. Вот слышно. А я картину еще съебал, заебись.
I need someone to lend me some potions ingredients.
Так, это что у нас там?
Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
How?
Ну я что, жопиться что ли буду? Конечно,
I
расскажу.
found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Amit, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
Ну все, теперь убиваться будет, да? Так. Нам нужно на задание. Чтобы не заблудился, давай. Вот так вот делаем. О. Куда нам сюда? И чё? А, вот. Ебать, что тут кто накурил? Кто накурит, по-любому.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Не знаю, дудки у них не видать. По-любому накурили.
Revelio.
Ну, подписчик. Ну, что-то есть. Хуй мы откроем, да? Ебать. Упоротая статуя пиздящая. Еще одна страничка. Портрет Илиус. На этой картине изображен юный волшебник-сирота по имени Илиус, который, как известно, спас свою деревню от армии менторов темного волшебника Разимиана, вызвав патронуса в виде мыши. Ничего себе. Я мыши армии дементоров хуярил. Наш человек. Так, а тут есть что? Нет, нет. Блять, ну что-то же пищит. Слышишь? Я вот слышу. Ну не вижу. Ого. Окно с змееподобной тварью. Слизеринцам нравится думать, что так, но каким-то образом является дань уважения основателя факультета, но на самом деле это просто змееподобная тварь, которая обвивается вокруг дерева, выползая из рта легендарного зеленого человека. Чего? Какого зеленого человека? Что тут, блядь, за тентакля? Ладно, на урок. Сдох, сейчас получим запас. Да, не. Чё, палите? Че, блин? Ну что ж, пойдем на задание.
Is that all you've got? Yeah.
Нихуя!
Levioso! Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge.
Нормальная такая тетка.
To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Так, погнали. Оба. Оба. Ой. Успел.
Levioso.
Да, поднять пирожку для пятикурсника самое
Now,
то.
let's try something a little larger.
Чуть не пизнулся.
Let us begin with the basic cast.
Ой.
See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, it's good. Well done.
Ебать, я крутой манекен отпиздил.
Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now,
Да,
I
пизды
want
сейчас
a fair duel. using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Готов? Сначала поклон, блядь.
This should
А,
be
хуёво, да?
I know.
Значит, без поклона получает пизды. Ай.
How's the view? You're good. How perceptive. Thank you.
Так, ну-ка, парировать можно?
Protego.
На нахуй. Домой. Надавали по щам пиздику.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
Тьфу, блядь, что у меня с ебалом, господи.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Heckert. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
Ну, сразу же подготовил бы, что-то старое.
All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Nice work.
А, это ты хочешь, блядь? Еще хочешь помахаться?
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was
Practice. It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
Ну, вообще не первое, наверное, не считать этих статуй. Ну, статуя же это не дуэль, правильно? Правильно, значит, это моя
In
первая
fact,
дуэль.
it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Нормально.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested.
А бабка-то, получается, знает про их дуэльный клуб. Раз меня к нему отправила. Так, что у нас тут есть? Ой, что-то есть. Страничка. Скелет гибридского черного дракона. Этот большой скелет дракона, который висит в классе защиты от темных искусств, предположительно является трофеем, взятым профессором Магикат, после того, как она в одиночку разгромила одну из крупнейших браконьерских банд на востоке Уэльса. Во время большой облавы на браконьеров 1878 года. Это мы уже слышали. Теперь еще у нас записано. Ой, там внизу что-то. Есть что?
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
Ох ты, нихуя. Замок второго уровня. Повесил. Вот, нахуй. Что у нас там еще по заданию? Угу. 35 до 50 страниц руководства. Статуи, столы какие-то. А, это на каждом еще этом флажке они свои, что ли? Есть. Можно съебаться все искать. Так, а карту мы переключить не можем. Блин, обидно.
Revelio.
Опять читаешь?
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
Походу, да. Класс.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Это кто?
Revelio.
Наверх. Оп, одна страничка. Скелет Авгурей. Скелет ирландского феникса. Где вы? Который может предсказать пробный крик. Нет, просто феникс уже не возрождаются. Какого хуя вот тут? Что за наебало?
Revelio.
Что за наебало?
Revelio.
Блин, что тут есть? Может, выше? Ой. Ай-яй-яй. Пропуск. Тут тоже не понял.
Revelio.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Нормально. Что там у профессора? Фига класс толчок. Открывайся. Не. Ну, походу реально у профессора фига не класс.
We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Так, пойдем. Одно занятие посетим.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to year 5 of charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? Hmm?
В душе не уйдет.
I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm?
Блядь, чему они все учились?
It seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
акцию. Погнали.
Accio!
Опа.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
Что-то маловато для урока, по-моему, мне не кажется. Один раз кастанули, и нас выпустили гулять, блядь. Если профессор точно упоротый.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right?
Ебать, я как строителем был.
So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
И что делать?
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will, but instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall, yes? Now, I could keep talking about theory all day, but practice is the best professor. Show us how it's done. Accio. Very good. Happens to the best of us. That's it!
Почти.
Splendid!
Стой. Нормально. Не пережал.
Very good. Points to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Давай попробуем.
Here we go!
Нихуя она.
That is how it's done.
Accio!
Very good.
Let us see this.
Это еще шар выкинет. Нет, нормально. Еще надо все идеально. Ясно.
Don't lose your
Право
composure.
Watch this.
Ну все, просто
There
проебали.
we go.
Accio!
Nicely done.
Я не согласен.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Ух ты, ничего себе.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Here we go! That is how it's done.
Accio.
Господи.
That's it.
Let us see this. Phew. Do not think I will start going easy on you.
Accio.
Погнали. Хорош.
Quite impressive.
Это лайк.
Watch this. Yes!
Так, и как бы нам его дернуть? Вот сейчас самое время.
But try not to be nervous. You are doing quite well.
Отлично.
A perfect score. Remarkable. Very good, both of you. Well done.
Все, на всех мини-играх.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
Да мне и так нормально.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Ouagadougou much bigger than Hogwarts?
Ouagadougou School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to
Африканская
me.
школа магии.
It always felt like home.
Is Ouagadougou a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Ouagadougou uses one.
А чем же они?
You can cast spells without a wand.
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Ouagadougou, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course.
Так, что у нас с тобой серия, это уж очень затянулась. Поэтому профессором, я думаю, мы уже поговорим в следующей серии. Если понравилась серия, ставь лайк. Подписаться не забудь. И спасибо тебе за просмотр. До новых встреч. Пока.